All right, guys. So in the previous video, we just created a very simple setup, right? Having our HTML boilerplate in here. Before we proceed to add the CSS into this file, I think it's quite important that we get to understand some of the basic, fundamentals, right? When it comes to, the reasons behind working with CSS, how it, gets to work with HTML and JavaScript on the other hand. So yeah, let's take it from the scratch, okay? CSS in itself, it's a tool that you can use in transforming your web page, from having just the structure like, content into something more beautiful. Okay. So, let's take it from this angle. Working with CSS is like, adding the designs, the beauty, right? Having HTML basically gives you the structure, and then including JavaScript gives you that behavior, right? So these three set of tools work together to build up the amazing websites, the applications we see on the internet. All right. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. First thing I'm going to do is to show you how you can add a CSS file to your HTML page using the link tag. So we can simply bring in the link tag. By the way, this happens within the head section. All right. And within the head section, we're simply going to bring in link, just like this. Okay, href, which stands for hyperlink reference to that specific file. So let's go to assets, let's go to CSS, and we have to select the CSS file, right? For now, we don't have any CSS file, so we have to create one. Okay, so let's create a file called main.css. So now we have our CSS file right within the CSS directory, and we can simply hook that up here by calling the file main.css. Next, you want to put in the rel, right? This stands for relationship. And now you can have, the relationship, right, of this file with the linked file, which is the main.css file. That relationship would be style sheet. Now, this is to say that the linked file actually, should work as a style sheet. All right, so let's quickly cover that. And in order to test this, we're simply going to have a very basic, CSS snippet here. So I'm going to call this, body. By the way, we would come back to understand the meaning of this and, of course, understand the structure of having a CSS block. Okay, so let's simply put in the background color as black. And we are simply going to have h1, which is the element we used, right, on the HTML page. And we're going to have a color of white. So we change the background color to black and we change the text color to white. In the next video, we're going to be looking at the selectors. We're going to be looking at the different types of selectors. We're going to look at the detailed structure of your CSS blocks.